When you're learning about something new, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the sheer amount of relevant information available. This informative article should help you focus on the central points. So how do you stay calm, composed, and maintain self-esteem in a tough environment? Here are some tips you may consider as a starter guide to self-improvement. Imagine yourself as a dartboard. Everything and everyone else around you may become dart pins, at one point or another. These dart pins will destroy your self-esteem and pull you down in ways you won't even remember. Don't let them destroy you, or get the best of you. So which dart pin should you avoid? Dart pin number 1, negative work environment. Beware of dog-eat-dog theory, where everyone else is fighting just to get ahead. This is where non-appreciative people usually thrive. No one will appreciate your contributions even if you miss lunch and dinner, and stay up late. Most of the time you get to work too much without getting help from people concerned. Stay out of this, it will ruin your self-esteem. Competition is at stake anywhere. Be healthy enough to compete, but in a healthy competition that is. Dart pin number 2, other people's behavior. Bulldozers, brown nosers, gossip mongers, whiners, backstabbers, snipers, people walking wounded, controllers, naggers, complainers, exploders, patronizer, suffers. All these kinds of people will pose bad vibes for your self-esteem, as well as to your self-improvement scheme. Dart pin number 3, changing environment. You can't be a green bug on a brown field. Changes challenge our paradigms. It tests our flexibility, adaptability, and alters the way we think. Changes will make life difficult for a while, it may cause stress, but it will help us find ways to improve ourselves. The change will be there forever, we must be susceptible to it. Truthfully, the only difference between you and self-esteem experts is time. If you'll invest a little more time in reading, you'll be that much nearer to expert status when it comes to self-esteem. Dart pin number 4, past experience. It is okay to cry and say ouch when we experience pain. But don't let pain transform itself into fear. It might grab you by the tail and swing you around. Treat each failure and mistake as a lesson. Dart pin number 5, negative worldview. Look at what you're looking at. Don't wrap yourself up with all the negativities of the world. In building self-esteem, we must learn how to make the best out of worst situations. Dart pin number 6, determination theory. The way you are and your behavioral traits are said to be a mixed end product of your inherited traits, genetics, your upbringing, psychic, and your environmental surroundings such as your spouse, the company, the economy, or your circle of friends. You have your own identity. If your father is a failure, it doesn't mean you have to be a failure too. Learn from other people's experiences, so you'll never have to encounter the same mistakes. Sometimes, you may want to wonder if some people are born leaders or positive thinkers. No. Being positive and staying positive is a choice. Building self-esteem and drawing lines for self-improvement is a choice, not a rule or a talent. God wouldn't come down from heaven and tell you, George, you may now have the permission to build self-esteem and improve yourself. In life, it is hard to stay tough, especially when things and people around you keep pulling you down. When we get to the battlefield, we should choose the right luggage to bring and armors to use, and pick those that are bulletproof. Life's options give us arrays of more options. Along the battle, we will get hit and bruised. And wearing a bulletproof armor ideally means self-change. The kind of change comes from within. Voluntarily. Armor or self-change changes 3 things: our attitude, our behavior, and our way of thinking. Building self-esteem will eventually lead to self-improvement if we start to become responsible for who we are, what we have, and what we do. It is like a flame that should gradually spread like a brush fire from inside and out. When we develop self-esteem, we take control of our mission, values, and discipline. Self-esteem brings about self-improvement, true assessment, and determination. So how do you start putting up the building blocks of self-esteem? Be positive. Be contented and happy. Be appreciative. Never miss an opportunity to compliment. A positive way of living will help you build self-esteem, your starter guide to self-improvement.